Welcome to Minnesota. Just kind of wondering what your emotions have been like tonight, what it was like to hear your name or to get that phone call from the Minnesota Vikings, and just what excites you about joining this team.
It was definitely a surreal moment, seeing the area code and then seeing where the phone call was coming from. But I already knew what time it was, with having to visit over there with Coach O'Connell and Queshy and Coach Flores as well. But I just want to give a thanks to those dudes and thanks to the Will family, just for taking a chance on me, just picking me up in the 17 and actually trading up. So yeah.
Alec?
Yeah, hey Dallas. Congrats, first of all. Just what were your impressions of those three guys when you came up here and met with them, specifically Brian Flores, the physical coordinator?
Honestly, I already knew who Coach Flores was before he was there. So I knew what type of coach that is. It's a fun fact. Coach O'Connell and one of my older cousins would play on the same football team for the Jets in the NFL a long time ago when I was a little kid. But I got a good feel for those dudes when I was on my visit, and it was just a great feeling. Like they know what they're doing over there for sure. It's a group of people that I want to be around.
Who is your cousin?
Wallace Wright.
Thank you.
Kevin?
Yeah, Dallas, how do you think that, I know it's early, but how do you think that they'll use you in their defense? They tend to move guys around to different positions, and it's not always in the traditional way. Do you have any sense of how they'll use you or how you would want to be used?
Yeah, so speaking of that, I got off the phone with them and they said make sure I'm ready to rush the passer as soon as I get off the plane. So so I guess that's a very key way of how they're gonna use it. So
Greg?
Hey Dallas, congrats. I was just curious if you watched much of Flores' defenses in Miami, being from Fort Lauderdale, if you paid much attention to what they were playing with. And I know you kind of hit on it a little bit, but the opportunity to join kind of as he's rebuilding things here.
yeah, I definitely did for sure. I definitely had a chance to watch Miami Dolphins defense last year and how Coach Flores ran that. I like what I've seen for sure, especially from the pass rushers, Barry Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and Van Ginkel. But it was a very good thing to watch Coach Flores coach those dudes, and I liked what I've seen a lot.
Andrew?
Hey, Dallas, I remember the combine you had mentioned Danielle Hunter being one of the guys you mold your game after. I'm just curious why he was the first guy you mentioned.
Because of the body type resemblance in the way, like, he's not the biggest. He's definitely slow, but the body type, it's kind of a little resemblance, and he's not the most fast or athletic dude, but he gets it done every time. So I really seen that a lot, and I really watched his film a lot. And then so some of the moves that he did, I kind of did too, and so I just kind of just molded him into my own way.
Alec?
Yeah, Dallas, I think in high school you were coached by Jason Taylor. Just what did you learn from him about the NFL and maybe what it's going to take to be successful?
Yeah, at St. Thomas, Coach Taylor kind of held us to the same standard that Coach Saban held us to in college. So it was always dominate every play all day type of mindset with Coach Taylor. And so I feel like that just carried into me, to college, and I was going to carry on to me with the NFL, and learning and experiencing a whole lot of new things, just being a rookie. So yeah.
Any other questions for Dallas?
Yeah, can I go? Yeah, Dallas, I was curious, obviously that you'd been ranked at least in the mock drafts and publicly as a pretty high draft pick. And I wondered if you were kind of aware that there would be this big quarterback run early on in the draft and that would push a lot of the defensive players down a little bit lower, and how you kind of took that, if at all, while you were watching that play out.
Now, I definitely was not expecting that. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it was still a good thing to see. Still clap for people. Still happy for people. But it was the game's changing. Teams need what they need, so you just got to respect it.
Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, sorry. Well, one more. I was just catching up on a couple other things about your bio, but the entrepreneurial spirit. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is in your
Yeah,
fabric?
so the entrepreneurial spirit, it was kind of instilled in me by my father, but you know, my father got a chance to work on Wall Street, got an MBA at the School of Kellogg at Northwestern. You know, has a long history of entrepreneurship and, you know, owning businesses and running businesses and also managing money. So, you know, he kind of taught me and my brother at an early age, you know, how to read magazines of Wall Street and stuff about top Fortune 150 companies and stuff like that. And so, you know, it was just kind of opened my eyes up early to understand and see that type of world and exposed to that type of world. And so, you know, I just, you know, so yeah.
All right. Thanks, Dallas. Looking
Appreciate
forward to
y'all
having
guys.
you in Minnesota. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.